morning. It's Wednesday, November 12, 2025. Our next continuous voter registration is still ongoing. Use the opportunity to register and be ready to vote. On the news this hour, soldiers stop FCT minister from accessing disputed land. Governor Fubara frowns at slow pace of Ndele Omofo Egamini Aba Ndele Road project. Ogoni Unity Forum demands release of bodies of Ogoni 4, 31 years after killing. Nigeria, US hold talks amid Trump's military threat. In sports, Super Eagles boycott training 24 hours to World Cup playoff. Details of these and more after this break. Ifechukwu Muonyili with the news. Now, there was a tense scene in Abuja on Tuesday as the FCT minister Yesomike clashed with some soldiers who stopped him and his team from entering a piece of land in the Gaduwa district. The soldiers, said to be acting on the orders of a former chief of naval staff, refused to let the minister through, insisting that they were following instructions. A visibly angry Wike accused the officers of acting with impunity, insisting that no one is above the law and that the land had no valid allocation document. The minister used strong words to address the naval officer who led the team, warning that his administration would not allow anyone, no matter their position, to intimidate government officials or violate due process. The minister, who spoke to journalists shortly after the confrontation, took a swipe at the former chief of naval staff, whom he accused of sending the soldiers to stop him.
And then for you to carry land.
Sir, everything was acquired legally.
Will you stop
sir,
that?
You get
Will you stop that?
Sir, I'm an officer, I have integrity.
Shut up, your mouth, good
sir,
officer.
I will not shut up.
Will you get out?
Sir, I won't shut up. Sir,
I was in school, you're not in school.
Sir, you can't shut
Will
me
you keep quiet? Get me a big fool.
I'm not
You are a big fool.
I'm not a fool,
You
sir.
can shoot anybody like that.
Sir, I'm not
You
a
are the
fool.
fool.
Sir, I am not a fool, sir.
And for the time I graduated, you were in primary school.
I'm acting on orders.
Take for which
You can't
order?
call me a fool.
And this, you will see whether you will not live here.
Sir, you can't call me a fool.
Go and open up your
I'm an
mouth.
officer. I'm not a fool, sir.
Okay, you will have killed everybody here.
No, we won't kill anybody. We won't kill anybody. We are acting on orders.
Now, while the FCT minister and former governor of Rivers State is, I beg your pardon, back home here in River State, Governor Fubara is frustrated at the attitude of soldiers at work. Now, his Governor Fubara is not happy with the contractor handling a road project in parts of River State. Speaking during an inspection of the Ahoda Ndele Road section of the ongoing Abba Ndele Bridge, Governor Fubara expressed his displeasure with the pace and quality of work on the road leading to the Ahoda Ndele Road section of the ongoing Abba Ndele Bridge. He hinted at a likely review of the contract. He, however, hailed the contractor handling the main bridge.
The contractor that we gave the job of the road from the bridge is not doing a good job. and I'm not happy about it. I think there will be need for me to review that contract. If I should borrow the words of my Oga, they don't have the capacity. So I need the capacity because we should have value for money. But so far, I can tell you that I'm really impressed with what I've seen on the bridge. I'm very sure that before the end of January, it might be completely free for us to walk through and even drive across.
The governor also assured that the deplorable state of the Ahoda Abua Road will be captured in the 2026 budget.
Movement and proximity should be very easy, and you know what it means. It also brings economic development, movement of goods and services, man-hour not spent so much on the road again, and our economy will also grow because agriculture, so it's moving on their goods to the main city, won't be a problem. At the end of the day, it's a growth for the economy of the River State. Deplorable state of the Abua Ahoda Road. As a matter of fact, we'll add it to our budget of 2026.
Our correspondent reports that the bridge under construction links Abua Oldra, Ahoda East, and Emoha local government areas through the Abandele community to the East-West Road. And just as Governor Fubara was inspecting roads, residents in parts of Port Harcourt say they are already living with the daily pain of bad roads. Imagine a woman wading through moldy waters, flood waters, on foot just to avoid losing her pregnancy to the sharp bumps and deep potholes on the road. That, according to tricycle riders, is a reality for commuters along the Rumosi Slaughter and Ozoba Cornerstone axis of the Port Harcourt metropolis. Keke drivers who spoke with correspondent Nanda Samuara lamented that the failed GRA Phase 5 link road has made movement a nightmare. They say most of their daily earnings now go into tricycle repairs and even drugs to treat body pains from navigating the rough terrain.
When pregnant women enter keke from here, when they reach that road, seaside, that is worst, they have to come down because of the road. Use leg cross, then enter keke again because of the condition of the road.
The worst part is when rain fall now, flood go full everywhere, nowhere to put tire. And if you walk keke today, tomorrow it go spoil. And so if they spend money, the road is too bad. From Slaughter to Cornerstone Junction, all of them bad.
The road is worrying us, so every day we are going to mechanic.
We need government to help us and walk the road. Even after we walk, our body will like say we carry stone. If I work finish, the money I work for the day, I use and go buy medicine. Enjoy be like say not do work self. The road no good.
And now, to add to their worries, tricycle riders in River State are expressing concern over the recent ban on keke operations along major roads. Many of them told a correspondent that the decision is unfair and will make life more difficult for them and their families. While others say they haven't heard about the directive, others who are aware of it are appealing to the government to reconsider the ban.
Yes, I heard about the empowerment of the running on major road. But one thing be said, how will government see about us? If we run this keke, we are not going to feed ourselves and our family. Most of us, we have family. Then how will we cope up with them?
Somebody like me now, I will be frustrated because this is the only thing we are using to sustain our life. We don't have any other thing for now. So I don't think government should ban keke to operate on the major road. It is not good.
I'm not there aware.
No, by banning of keke, now be the thing. If they ban keke from this road, bad thing go see increase more and more. They want us to go relax and fall down and look our family for the road. No, it can't work like that. Bad thing will continue to happen if they ban keke for this road.
Still talking infrastructure, the chairman of Ikwere local government area, Charles Wobodo, says his administration will flag off the Omagwa electrification project today, Wednesday, November 12th, at the Omagwa by 10 a.m. The Ikwere Council chairman, in a statement, invites stakeholders as well as all sons and daughters of Ikwere to the official flag-off of the project. He said the project will be flagged off by the member representing Ikwere State constituency in the River State House of Assembly, Prince Lemchi Yeche. The statement also said that the event will also have in attendance the chairman of APC and the PDP in Ikwere local government area. Now, some members of oil-bearing communities in River State have taken their complaints of alleged environmental injustices and negligence by international oil companies to the People's Tribunal. The tribunal is set up by Social Action in partnership with National Human Rights Commission to collate the complaint of host communities of environmental injustice and pollution caused by the international oil companies operating in the region. Now, some of them who appeared before the tribunal on Tuesday lamented that the oil spill in the area is yet to receive adequate attention by the companies operating in the area. They told the tribunal that some of the oil spills that occurred have not been addressed.
Here in this tribunal to demand for justice, environmental justice. Obele as a community has suffered so much environmental wrong due to the oil exploration and exploitation by SPDC.
We are here in the People's Tribunal to plead to them to see how they can also do remediation in our community. As it stands now, most of our community people are not even using glasses.
Yes, we actually brought this petition to address certain concerns of our people. We have not had any opportunity of presenting our matter, apart from doing official letters to them and them keeping adamant in their usual way. So today we had the opportunity of this tribunal. So let us come and present it to the people. But there could be a way out.
On the spot, a human rights activist, Haya King, who appeared before the tribunal, explained the demands of the host communities.
The federal government, state government should come to the aid of the people because they are part of this community. If the environment is devastated, the environment is bad, the air is polluted, they also breathe the same air. So I don't know why they are not interested in making sure that we are only asking for treat us the way you are treating other human beings because we are also human beings. Our own federal government, by making appropriate laws, sanctioning these international oil companies to make sure they do the right thing.
Now, in other news, 30 years after the killing of the Ogoni Four, a group called the Gokana Unity Forum is asking for the release of their bodies for proper burial. The group's secretary, Chris Baribom, made the appeal during an event marking the remembrance of the Ogoni Four martyrs. Baribom accused the leadership of the movement for the survival of the Ogoni people, Mosob, of failing to honor the reconciliation agreement reached at the Oputa panel, which included releasing the bodies for burial.
While time is a natural healer, the scars are indelible, and so are the griefs of the family. Only genuine reconciliation, concentrated on truth, remorsefulness, and forgiveness can accentuate the griefs of this family, their community, and the people of Gokana. To our chagrin, most of have continued to renege on effectuating each part of the terms of reconciliation, particularly on clause 3, which demands from it the immediate release of the remains of the bodies of the Ogoni 13 to their families for proper burial.
Also speaking, former secretary to the River State government and son of one of the slain martyrs, Kenneth Kobani, urged Mosob to respect the panel's resolution and allow the bodies to be buried.
We agreed to engage those who we felt we were in opposition to because we felt Ogoni needed to move forward. We also agreed at the Oputa Commission that there would no longer be the beatifying of one group and the vilifying of another. Unfortunately, apart from the early period, subsequent Mosob presidents and those who have held sway in Mosob have forgotten about the Oputa Commission.
Earlier, the paramount ruler of Bodo City, His Royal Highness John Bebo Berebon, represented by Chief Baraba Polycarp, called for peace and closure, saying reconciliation must begin with the proper burial of the fallen heroes. Members of the Gokana Unity Forum held a procession from Station Bus Stop in Bodo community to the homes of two of the victims, Albert Bade and Edward Kobani, in Gokana local government area. Now, some applicants who took part in the 2023 River State Civil Service recruitment staged a peaceful protest in Port Harcourt on Tuesday, calling on Governor Siminalayi Fubara to issue them their employment letters.
We are all successful beneficiaries of the 10,000 jobs who have been screened, interviewed, and documented by the Rivers State Civil Service Commission since September/October 2023 that haven't been documented and appointed. Our posting letter are to be given to us with a plea.
The protesters who gathered at Isaac Park marched through Azikiwe Road to the government house carrying placards and singing solidarity songs. Speaking on behalf of the group, Ajoku Ifechukwu read a protest letter saying the applicants had successfully completed the screening and documentation process and therefore deserved to receive their appointment letters. Recall that the recruitment process was previously cancelled by Governor Fubara, who had promised to conduct another exercise. Now let's move over to stories from the court. The case of a 5-year-old girl allegedly defiled by one bride Chukwuma suffered a setback at the family court sitting in Port Harcourt on Tuesday, as the judge, Justice Rita Ogogwa, was absent for the hearing. Chukwuma is on trial for one count of unlawfully having sexual relations with a minor in Odagwa community, Echin local government area, on April 11, 2025. He had earlier pleaded not guilty to the charge, which violates Section 32, subsections 1 and 2 of the River State Child Rights Law, number 6 of 2002. Because the judge was absent, the victim's father will remain in custody at the Port Harcourt Maximum Correctional Center, where he is being held for alleged conspiracy in the case. He was remanded after appearing in court through his lawyer to inform the court that he had reached a settlement with Chukwuma. Still in the judiciary, the trial of 4 suspects accused of kidnapping and killing a pharmacist, Muonyili Sunday, from Zapo community in Kana local government area on Tuesday suffered a setback before a River State High Court sitting in Port Harcourt. The case, which was scheduled for adoption of final written addresses, could not proceed after counsel to the first defendant, Collins Adele, informed the court that he is yet to file his address. The prosecution counsel, Precious Odo, and other defense lawyers did not oppose the request. Presiding Judge Justice Augusta Kingsley Chukwu adjourned the case to November 18, 2025 for the adoption of final written addresses. The 4 defendants, Confidence Kinane, also known as General Ila, Precious Mona, Loveday Lega, and Sonia Bari Saga, are standing trial for allegedly kidnapping and killing Sunday. The suspects and others still on the run are accused of kidnapping the victim, killing him, mutilating his body, and dumping it in a pit. To politics now. The People's Democratic Party Anambra State chapter has suspended its candidate in the just concluded governorship election, Jude Ezenwafo. Addressing journalists after the party meeting, the chairman of the party in the state, Chidi Jidebe, alleged that Mr. Ezenwafo went incommunicado after picking the party's ticket. He said the candidate also refused to hold meetings or rallies, but later announced that he had been attacked and shot in Abuja. As you may know, the PDP governorship candidate visited Governor Chukwuma Soludo to congratulate him on his election victory. Meanwhile, the Independent National Electoral Commission on Tuesday presented certificate of return to Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo and his deputy, Dr. Onyekachukwu Ibezim, following their victory in Saturday's governorship election. The certificates were handed over by INEC Supervising National Commissioner for Anambra Governorship Election, Kenneth Ikago, at the state headquarters in Awka. Ikago said the presentation was in line with Section 72, subsection 1 of the Electoral Act 2022, which requires INEC to issue a certificate of return within 14 days to any candidate duly returned by the returning officer. Ikago reminds the governor that the people have entrusted him with their mandate and he must approach his second term with humility and a strong commitment to serving the people.
I urge Your Excellency to approach this second tenure with an even greater sense of humility. As you receive the certificate of return, I urge you to see it not merely as a partisan triumph, but as an invitation to unity and service. The people of Anambra look up to your administration to sustain peace, deepen infrastructural development, promote economic growth, and entrench inclusive governance.
Still to come, 24 hours to crucial World Cup playoffs. Super Eagles boycott training. Find out the reason when we return. Stay with us. Lieutenant General Waidi Shaibu at Presidential Villa Abuja. Addressing journalists after the meeting, Lieutenant General Shaibu said his meeting with the president was to brief him of the outcome of his operational tour of the Northeast Theater of Operations, as well as updates on the broader security situation. The Army Chief assured Nigerians that security would improve nationwide. Now, the federal government says it is in talks with U.S. officials over President Donald Trump's military threat to Nigeria. Information Minister Mohammed Idris told Sky News that diplomatic discussions are helping ease tensions. He insists Nigeria has not lost any territory to Boko Haram and accused separatist groups of spreading false information to U.S. authorities. In other news, the presidential delegation to the United Kingdom has opened discussions on the possible transfer of former Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu to Nigeria to complete his jail term. The media aide to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Akasim Abdulkadir, confirmed the meeting on Tuesday. The team which comprises the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tugar, and Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, and Head of Prison, Controller General of the Nigerian Correctional Service, is Sylvester Mwakuche, has already met with the UK Foreign Secretary, Ifechukwu, and officials from the UK's Ministry of Justice. The former lawmaker is serving a 9-year and 8-month prison sentence, while his wife Beatrice was sentenced to 4 years and 6 months, and Obinna Obeta given a 10-year prison sentence. We go on another short commercial break. When we come back, we'll take a look at sports. The development to journalists. 23 out of the 24 players invited are now at camp. Only goalkeeper Madoka Okoye is still being expected. Well, on the news this morning, you heard soldiers on Tuesday prevented the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike from accessing disputed land after a heated argument. Governor Fubara has criticized the slow pace of Ndele Omofo Egamini Aba Ndele Road project. The Ogoni Unity Forum is demanding the release of bodies of Ogoni 4 30 years after their killing. Nigeria and the US have held talks amid Trump's military threat. In sports, 24 hours to the World Cup playoff, the Super Eagles have boycotted training over unpaid bonuses. The news was edited by Onyeka Chimosu. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I'm Ifechukwu Muonyili. Many thanks for listening.